What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Two Game Podcast. I am Matt Primo, joined by my brother from another mother, Christian Valencia.
Hey guys.
And this is episode 121. If you are brand new to the podcast, each and every week we talk about, games, nerdy shit, animes, comics, movies, music. If it falls into the nerd realm, we got you covered. On episode 121 this week, we are going to be talking about Final Fantasy 16. Christian has been playing it and finally get a little bit of his word on the game as well. Diablo 4 announced their new season 1, today. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Baldur's Gate, a game that I wasn't necessarily looking forward to, but I don't know, like a week ago, within the last week, yeah, I'm pretty fucking excited for it. Actually, I guess I didn't realize it was coming to PlayStation 5. So we're gonna be talking about Baldur's Gate 3 as well. Sir, how are you, man?
Oh man, just tired working nonstop. I'm ready for my 4 days off now. I had to pick up an extra shift, but I get to relieve you on Tuesday. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Indeed.
we can only hope.
Oh no, I'm on 219 on Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, there's gonna be relief. There's gonna be something.
I know what you're fucking saying.
One of us is gonna relieve.
It won't take long either.
No, it won't. Not at all.
Well, we have not done a playlist in 3 weeks? So let's jump into the playlist, sir. I'm sure you got lots of animes that you're ready to talk about. My playlist is pretty fucking barren. I haven't watched anything hardly. I've watched 2 things over the past 3 weeks. It's mainly just been music, and any other free time I get, I'm into Final Fantasy 16. So what have you been watching?
Oh, sir. You say I've been watching a lot of animes. I really actually have not. I did watch the Black Clover movie, which was pretty damn good. I enjoyed the shit out of that. It came out on Netflix.
I need to go watch that.
It's worth the watch. It does cover a little bit, and it is before the ending of this last season. So it's like right in the middle of there. I think it's right before, for those, I don't know how far you've gotten, but it's right before, it's right after the time skip. So a lot of things haven't been done. I don't know how far you've gotten. I don't want to ruin anything.
I think I'm like 5 episodes, 6 episodes behind.
What, the end?
Yeah.
Oh, so like the whole where he makes a deal with the devil and all that?
Vaguely, probably not.
He's doing training with the other guy who has a devil?
Nope, definitely don't remember that.
All right, so there you go. It doesn't do anything. But anyway, yeah, it's way before all that. So it's definitely worth the watch. Like I said, I haven't really been watching anything. I started watching High School Prodigies, kind of one of these oddball animes, pretty much like these 6 super intelligent high schoolers go to a different world, and they pretty much make their presence known. They're very distinguished in each area of there. Like one's a doctor, one's a politician, one's an entrepreneur, the whole 9 yards. Like each one of them is in a respected place. So they all go to the same world, and their world has no idea. That world has no idea anything about any of it. It's pretty interesting how they pretty much force themselves upon that country. But other than that, no, not like that. Like this dude, like the dude who like is really good at with money, he pretty much goes in there and sets his own business up and makes millions of dollars in a week. 2 weeks, I'm sorry, in 2 weeks.
I want that.
Right? I wish I knew I was that good. Fuck. But yeah, he like I said, it's just each one of their areas is how they go into that country and just pretty much devastate itself.
I like devastate myself too.
Me too, sir. Me too.
I've been watching. I watched. Logan's been getting into Superman a little bit
Oh,
more here lately. So we watched Man of Steel, which I'm perfectly okay with.
oh no.
I'm devastated.
It's not like I didn't want to watch Henry Cavill. Yeah.
Him and all his sexiness.
That's right.
Uh, but then I don't know. Was it last night? Logan came up to me. He's like, "I want to watch Superman versus Doomsday," and I was like, in my head, I'm like, I mean, we could watch Batman v Superman. That's a sequel to Man of Steel, but
Yeah.
it's also might not be for him yet.
Right.
Right. So I was like, let's watch the animated movie. Let's watch Death of Superman, and pretty fucking good movie, man. Pretty fucking good. I enjoyed it.
I've watched a lot of the animated Supermans, and there's a few that stick out, but there's a couple that are pretty damn good.
I'm hoping with James Gunn taking over, he makes that a shared. Like I don't want it. They said shared continuity between all the different games, movies, and television and all that shit.
Right.
I don't necessarily need that. I want a shared DC universe in the animated realm.
Right.
Okay, because they tried doing that with the what was it, Justice League? I forget what movie came out. Fuck it. They got new voice actors and they kind of had some continuity between all of them, but they all were also doing those one-off stories with the same actor. So it's kind of like, is this really the shared continuity? I'm kind of confused.
Right.
So I hope with him coming along that gets a little bit better. They do have some of the same voice actors and same kind of art design, graphics, and whatnot in this movie from the other Justice League movies that have come out before it, which I'm perfectly okay with. I do like some of the updates to the costumes. Superman has a long sleeve shirt, which is I mean, it's always been long sleeve. I get that, but it's almost like the emo style where it comes around his thumb.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know what you're talking
about. Wonder Woman suit is pretty dope. Batman is, I mean, he's just Batman, so of course he's dope.
It's just one of those things.
But yeah, he ended up watching The Reign of Superman. I only watched like bits and pieces of that, so it wasn't enough for me to get a full context of the story. But it's a sequel to Death of Superman. I don't know if you know that or not.
Nope.
Yeah. So spoiler alert: in Death of Superman, he fucking dies.
You don't fucking say. Tell me more.
The Reign of Superman introduces like Superboy and like the Superman robots and
Steel,
shit.
Man of Steel. I'm not Man of Steel. Like Steel himself. Does he come around?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
He's got the little hammer. He's got the little.
I believe so. I don't remember. I didn't see all the movie.
Gotcha.
But Death of Superman, pretty good, guys. Go check it out. It's on Max. Yes, the shitty named HBO Max. the worst name for a fucking app ever.
Max.
Like, what was wrong with HBO?
I don't know.
Really that. But listening, sir, what have you been listening
to? Since I've been going to the gym here lately, I've been trying to slowly get into some of the stuff you sent me. But then I get to the point where I'm like my nephew comes with me, so I have to turn it all the way down, and then I can't really hear it, and it's just he's a pain in the ass.
Fucking leave him at home.
Right. Sleep Theory.
You saw them on TikTok, didn't you?
Did I see them on TikTok?
Yeah.
No, they was suggested on my Spotify.
So they had that one song that's been popping up on my.
Is it Numb?
Yes.
Yes. They popped up on my Spotify.
It's them and another band. I forget who the other band was, but they're popping up on my TikTok, and I'm like, this sounds pretty good. But this also sounds like it sounds kind of like I Prevail, where it's like it's rocky, but it's a little bit of metal in there. It's like that bridge for new people to get into metal.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm past that. I'm past the bridge.
Yeah, you devastated that bridge there. But yeah,
But
no,
how are they? How are they?
I enjoy them. I haven't had their two main songs, "Numb" and I can't think of the other one. No. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, they're really good. Like you said, they do remind me of I Prevail very much so, which is okay with me because I like I Prevail. Um, the reimagined shit, I can't even think of a name of it now. Papa Roach song,
The Last
Last
Resort.
Resort. That
Ooh.
song it's been on repeat in my freaking album.
So we have to talk about that for a second.
He had some feelings.
we got to fucking talk about this goddamn song for a second, okay? Because I instantly thought of Dan when I fucking heard this song.
And him and his emo stuff.
Because he fucking brought it up a couple weeks ago on the podcast, man. And I made a joke to him. I was like, yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go listen to them. Like that kind of mentality.
Right.
And then I hear this shit on TikTok.
Yep.
And I hear like 10 seconds of it. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
It's fucking fantastic.
Who the fuck is that? And then I realized it was who the fuck is it's not Motionless White, it's
Falling in Reverse.
Falling in Reverse. And I was like, bro, if I fucking like this song, I might
and
kill
you like
myself.
this song. You like this song. Don't lie to me.
So I decided to listen to it, and I fucking hate myself for how much I fucking love that song.
That song is fucking amazing.
You don't realize, like, it's almost kind of like when Chester Bennington died, everybody was like, oh my God, look at his lyrics. Like, we should have known all along. that kind of thing. When you listen to the song in the way that it's reimagined, you're like, oh fuck, like
this
that's
is
pretty fucking dark.
This is pretty fucking dark.
Exactly. And I'm like, God damn, dude, this is the reimagining portion of that song is perfect. I will fucking say that. Like that song deserves to be that slow with those types of vocals and all that other shit. Totally. I still won't listen to any other music. Fuck that. I I will admit that song is really fucking good. It's very hard for a cover or a reimagining of a song to beat the original. It doesn't happen very often, but you could make the case that is better than the original.
Yeah, I can definitely. I mean, the original has a whole lot of nostalgia to it, but that one definitely beats the original. It really does.
Torn by Hand Like Houses, better than the first. Bad Company from Five Finger Death Punch. Look, say what you want about Five Finger Death Punch, okay? It's fucking terrible music. I fucking understand it, okay? Terrible fucking music.
I do.
But that's a good cover, okay? We're not talking about the band itself. We're talking about the cover. The cover is fucking good. It's just like Falling in Reverse. I'm not saying Falling in Reverse is any good. I'm just saying their cover is good. They took someone else's work and made it better.
We are definitely arguing music right now with you, and it's a losing battle.
A Day to Remember Since You've Been Gone. I mean, the
Electric
original
Callboys, new one.
I haven't listened to that one. Which one's that?
Oh shit, I can't even think of the name of it. Hold on, I'll pull it
up. But Since You've Been Gone, the Kelly Clarkson version. I mean, that's fucking classic. I don't know if the ADTR one is better than that, but it would be pretty close. I'm trying to think of some other covers off the top of my head that I really, really fucking enjoy. I know there's one out there, and people are going to be like, bro, you didn't fucking mention this one. But it is what it is. While you're looking for that, I've been listening to a lot of Silent Planet. Crystal Lake has been on the fucking playlist a lot. Currents, Periphery. Let's see here. We got. I can't even fucking read my writing. Sleep Token, Polaris, Paramore's been
Oh,
on
that
there
was
because
the
I'm.
other one I listened to was Sleep Token.
Ooh.
I know. I enjoyed
I
it.
wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if that was gonna be for you.
Like I said, I've been trying to branch out, sir. Trying to branch out. Since
Well,
I've
they're
been
not. It's not really like it's metal, but it's not metal.
sorry, I'm like I said, just diving in there.
Ooh. Listen to Ascensionism.
Oh,
If you
I'll
do
have
not like the band based off the song Ascensionism, you will not like the band.
to. That's fair.
Ascensionism is fucking amazing. It blends rap, R&B, it blends in some like gent and heavy metal into it as well. It's so fucking good. So good. Paramore, I'm reviewing their album next week. So I've been listening to their self-titled album. Mastodon, Invent, Animate has been on the playlist as well. Just been listening to a lot of different music. I've been listening to more than that, but like Silent Planet and Crystal Lake, I've just been throwing on like their entire playlist and just hitting shuffle and having a good fucking time. I will say that.
Indeed. Indeed. So that song is called Every Time We Touch. Electric Callboy redid it, and it's fantastic.
I don't even know what cover that is.
That's one of the old techno songs from our high school years.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
As soon as you hear it, you'll be like, okay, I've heard this
This
song
makes
before.
sense.
Yeah, but it's definitely I definitely sent it to you on a TikTok of one of these.
I don't remember that, sir.
I know you don't watch these things.
I don't remember.
But yeah, I definitely sent it to you because I was like, when did this come out? And yeah, of course I got ghosted. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's
I don't know what you're talking about.
fine. Sure.
All right, sir. Final Fantasy 16.
Indeed.
You didn't get a chance to talk with it about it with me and Chris last week. I don't know. We talked about it for 30, 40 minutes, something shit like that.
Yeah.
We dove pretty deep, shout out, into the game. Wow. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. How far into the game are you?
I've gotten about 9-10 hours into it.
Wait, where are you at?
I'm past the time skip.
Which time skip?
Second one.
Be specific.
The 5-year time
Spoilers.
skip. It's not spoiler. It's just 5-year time skip.
Okay, hold on, guys. Spoilers right the fuck here, because I thought Christian was ahead of me. I think I'm ahead of you.
You might be now because I haven't played it in 5 days.
All right. Spoilers, skip ahead 30 seconds. Tell me what you were where you're at.
The 5 after he gets the lightning powers. That time skip. That 5 years. When they go to the ship base.
The ship base?
So they have a new base.
You're on the second hideaway?
Yes.
Okay, so you're ahead of me still.
Yeah.
Okay. I went to the castle where you did the little chocobos, did that, and then you go up and you have to go find this Bernard dude. You have to complete the bridge.
Oh yeah. You're not that far.
Okay. Yeah, when you said you were way ahead of me and you said 10 hours, I was like, God damn, dude, you were fucking beelining that shit.
Dude, I did a lot of side quests. Like anything that popped up side quest to E, I did.
Okay. All right. So you're still a little bit ahead of me, but I'm not far behind. I got 3 nights off. I'm about to make some fucking headway in this game.
I got 4, and I'm about to do some things.
Fuck you. Let me have this.
Negative.
So what do you think of the game, man?
So far, I enjoy the shit out of it. It is definitely different. It definitely incorporated 15 a lot into its open world-ish, but not open world, you know. It definitely makes it feel a little open world, but not. The monsters really are not that tough, I guess you would say.
It's not even that they're tough. They're more like sponges.
And if you put the rings on, you know which rings I'm talking about, the attack ring that automatically does all the combo. Dude, I put that on just to see what it did. It was brutal. Those monsters had no chance to attack whatsoever.
So I've been doing it on PS Play, remote play, which I haven't talked about on the podcast yet. So for those that aren't aware, I was under the conception or the thinking that I wasn't able to do it outside of my house for whatever reason. And Nick Ziegler, one of our Patreon supporters, shout out to you, sir, told me about it again, and I decided to do some testing. I basically, when I was on shift, I was doing some night shifts this past week around midnight. I'd go into the PJ's parking lot into the drive-through, and I would hijack their Wi-Fi, and I would play Final Fantasy 16 on my tablet with my PS5 controller. And it was kind of the motion blur and all that shit was kind of making me nauseous. So, and it was kind of hard to tell with all the lag. Not I say all the lag. There was some lag to it. So I threw on the dodge ring to help me dodge. And I'm still dodging and shit like that, but it catches the lag a little bit. So yeah, it helps a lot.
Yeah. I put the attack one on just because some of the boss fights, trying to mash all those buttons in sequence to get those combos is pain in the ass. It really is.
So what does it tell you, like, what does it do as far as the
all
attack
you
one?
do is press X, and it does every attack that you have unlocked goes into a just routine. So if you have like the thrust, you have like the downward thrust, you have the burning blade, magic, all that other shit, all goes into this algorithm. And depending if you're in the air, on the ground, what it does, it uses all your arts at different times to increase the damage. And I've found out like fighting certain like not bosses, but fighting the different enemies, it's quick. It's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't cost anything against you. It just takes a slot for your rings. So I don't have anything that was worth putting on right now. So why not have something that benefits gameplay?
I'm thinking, as I was telling this to Chris, there's a trophy, a new game plus trophy. You have to, that is the last and final trophy for the game to get the platinum. You have to go through and beat New Game Plus, which is Final Fantasy difficulty. So it's a much harder game, right? And I was thinking about doing that, but I was going to put all the rings on.
Yep.
Just so I could breeze through it and get that trophy.
Mm-hmm. Because it's got a dodge ring, an attack ring, and a healing ring. I think of the 3 rings that you get in the beginning.
Speaking of healing, dude, healing is a bitch in this game. You know, at first I was thinking, wow, they give you a lot of potions and super potions and shit like that, right? And it gets to a point where that shit goes away.
Like, I've never had any problems with healing.
It's I don't know.
It's probably your attacking. You don't dodge very well. You're all attack. You're all attack.
I get balls deep, sir.
No, you don't.
No, the balls are deep. Everything else is not.
That's fair. But yeah, no. My only time I think I've ever ran out of one potion. I mean, potion. I always had high potions, but I forgot what fight it was.
Benedicta.
No,
and it was mainly because I couldn't fucking hit her because she was so goddamn fast. Her, and then, I mean, I've also done. I've played 60% of this, 70% of this game through PJ's parking lot. So bear with me here.
That's fair.
And it took me a while to get used to the dodge and the speed, the icon dash, because I'm so used to Dark Souls, where the dash is circle or the the roll is circle. So I'm trying to dodge with the circle, and it's not dodge. You're going into the attack.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times too.
So that's really fucked me up.
So when you
Really
put that
fucked me
ring
up.
on, you won't have to worry about the diving at them. All you have to do is worry about that R1 button, because when you attack, it automatically dashes at them or whatever it takes, whatever your distance you are, it automatically does everything. And it's like, I feel like it's cheating. I really do. I mean, it still takes you pretty long time to fight some things, but you still put out some damage, and it looks pretty.
This is true. The enemies can be very spongy. That's probably one of my biggest complaints. Speaking of complaints, they just released a new patch for the game. Yesterday or the day before, something like that. And a lot of the complaints that I had with the game were fixed in this patch.
Mm-hmm.
The motion blur, which was a huge one. The camera following you was fixed. You can turn that off. You can turn off motion blur now. Thank fucking God. The sensitivity for the controllers, it goes up to 10 now. It wasn't just like 4. So when you turn it down 1, it was like your dude didn't fucking move at all. So it was real, not sensitive, but it was like going from 1 down. It was like, what? This doesn't even fucking make sense. Now I can't do anything with 1.
Right.
So it fixed a lot of the camera shit that was some of my complaints in the game. So my only other complaint with the game so far after that is, well, the sponginess of the fucking enemies. It feels like some of these easy ones, it's taking me fucking forever to fucking kill these motherfuckers.
You'll notice if you put that ring on, you'll notice a big difference in that. That'll probably fix that problem too.
I am going through my combos a little bit better now. What is it? Attack, magic. I got that fucking shit, like the magic burst.
Oh yeah,
I got that fucking combo down pat.
Put that ring on when you play later and let me know, because it'll fix your problem. I promise you, it'll fix your problem quickly. Like, you'll text me back, like, yeah, okay.
What do you think about the combat?
I think it's very, as somebody who played Kingdom Hearts a lot, it was pretty much the same combat except for the dodge and the free magic use, I guess you would say, because in Kingdom Hearts you had to like scroll down or had a hotkey for certain magic, and you had time frame. Dude, I could throw fireballs like it's fucking nobody's business, you know. But it's like you said, before I found that ring, it was very spongy, and I felt like fighting goblins in the beginning was like, oh my God, dude, these goblins are so freaking just like tanks. I'm over here just beating the shit out of one of them, and it's like, and my side characters already killed like 3 each. Like, I'm still on 1.
Hey, bruh, why don't you come over here and help me?
Right, dick.
Stop showing off over there.
Right, dick. I want your weapon.
Right.
I've noticed the weapons though I've gone through weapons like it's fucking candy though.
Yeah, I got I upgraded to like the bastard sword, and then I went to, as soon as you beat is it Benedicta, you can get the Stormcry blade, but you have to have a special item to craft it.
Yep.
And after I crafted it, I found another fucking blade. And I was like, well, fuck, that didn't last long.
Yeah. Shout out.
Right.
I had the flame tongue for a while. Shout out. That was until a certain point of the game that you'll probably come up to soon. You'll get another sword. That's pretty badass. You'll actually get a whole bunch of items with it that are all like a set. And then yeah, those are even better. I still have that set piece set for the sword.
Mm-hmm.
This is
spoiler alert for y'all. Skip ahead like 20 seconds right now. Did you know you can get Sephiroth's sword?
No, I did not.
Bro, it's somewhere in the fucking game. I synced it.
I
synced it on TikTok.
I seen it on TikTok.
I was like,
it must be true.
I was like, bro, what the fuck is that? I need it.
I know there's another
It's probably a
sword
doo-doo
that's out
sword.
there.
The sword probably sucks.
That's probably what I'm thinking too. It's probably a doo-doo ass fucking sword. But yeah.
Uh, as far as the combat goes, I think it's engaging. It does feel like I'm pushing the same fucking buttons over and over and over again. It's very much combo based. And depending on how you feel about that is really going to be how well you enjoy the game. Now that I've kind of gotten used to all the controls and I've got the combos, or not all the combos, but some of the combos down pat, the game flows a lot better for me. But I don't know.
I do like
I don't know.
the free range of swapping back and forth between powers.
Yes,
That is
you mean from
awesome.
sword to magic?
No, you fought Benedicta. You beat her, right?
Yeah.
So you know you have her powers, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean cycle
Yeah.
them through the icon
Like
abilities?
for yes, that's what I mean. To freely do that, like I could go from wind to fire in an instant is fantastic.
So when we talked about it last week with Chris, I wasn't to that point yet. I don't think he was to that point either. So we didn't really talk about it.
Chris is
When
farther than I am. I've talked to Chris about him. He's farther than I am.
He I told him when you get that Garuda ability, the new icon ability after you beat Benedicta, and you can freely swap between the two, like you said, Christian. It feels a lot like Xenoblade 3 to me, or 2 and 3.
Right.
Where you can swap between all three of your party members and just spam those abilities like that.
Yep.
Gives me very much Xenoblade Chronicles vibes, and I am 100% for it. The Garuda, where you bring them towards you with the dash, and you can stagger them like that. And then once, or let me get that, it's a partial stagger or some shit like that. And then you eventually stagger them again, and then you can go through all your Garuda abilities, and then go back to your Ifrit abilities. And yeah, dude, it's a lot of fun. I'm very interested to see when you get like more of those abilities, and you can add.
So I could tell you I have 3 right now, and when I tell you putting on that ring, I go through all 3 of them simultaneously. There's not a I'm telling you, you will notice a difference in your combat.
Damn.
Like I could
Does
go
it,
from
Does it take the fun away from it though?
Actually, no, it's actually pretty entertaining.
Oh.
Because technically you can just go back and do whatever, but it gave me ideas on how, okay, well, maybe I could put these combos together and do these combos together, and then I could do these. I didn't know you could do these, So it helps me with my combat and ideas of what I want to mix into one and make it flow.
I gotcha. Yeah, I do like that. I might try that tonight. The open world aspect that you were talking about, the semi-open world.
Right.
How do you feel about the fact that you can't walk through fucking water?
I don't like
it. I hate the fact that I have to go around.
Yeah.
The water, and that's fucking annoying to me. And honestly, that would be, if I had to rank my complaints, that would be numero uno, number 1 for those uninitiated.
Indeed.
It'd be right there. But the motion blur thing that they fixed it. It's fucking fantastic.
My number one problem with it is those fucking items that you just find randomly. 1 gil. What the fuck am I going to do with 1 fucking gil that's just sitting on the ground? Fuck you.
I did find out some of them respawn.
They do. They all respawn. You just have to leave the world and come back.
Yep. I went back and I was like,
yep.
Mine?
Yeah. 1 whole gil. 1 whole gil. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with any of that?
Wait, speaking of gil, I was looking at the collectible music list that you get for the jukebox, and I was like, I haven't gotten any yet. Am I missing some of these? Because I'd rather just get them as I go,
Right.
Sir. some of those cost like 50,000 gil. I was like,
Yes, they
God
do.
damn.
Yes, they do.
I was like, bro, I got a ways to go.
Yeah. I've also been doing some of those side quests, like the guy you talked to about your story, the old man in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Good achievements for that. Which is quite entertaining because it definitely brings back that old RPG look when it does it, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
When you save, it definitely shows your party in all sprites. You know, the 2D side scrolling sprites. Yeah, it
I love
definitely
it.
entertaining. It's definitely entertaining.
I fucking love it.
It
Uh one other thing that I'll say, I don't know if you need to go to my have you been on Discord today?
uh,
So you need to go check out the 20-second clip that I put on YouTube.
mm-hmm.
It's us it's walking through that village, and old girl is like, oh my god, I wish you would unsheath your sword. Like she's talking sexually to this dude and innuendos. I was like, bro, she's trying to bone you.
Yes.
But go check out that clip, dude. It's 21 seconds and it's highly entertaining.
All I could think about just now was the fucking Valhalla. The
That's what I thought of.
my bone
Fucking
sword.
perfect.
Oh god.
So I guess the last question that I would ask you about this is where do you think, just 10 hours into it, I mean, obviously it could change, where do you think this game falls in your line of favorite Final Fantasy games? Like you haven't even mentioned the story yet.
So far what I've seen of the story, it's pretty interesting. The fact that they have people who are special that they can turn in the dominants, I guess you would call them, that's what they're called. The fact that they're all summons is pretty fucking hot.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I'm not gonna spoil anything, the fact that certain characters that you didn't realize were gonna be certain dominants, it's pretty, alluring. The story so far is pretty gloomy and dark.
Game of Thrones meets Dragon Ball Z, sir.
That's literally what I was thinking when I first started playing this. I'm like, this is Game of Thrones all day. This is literally Game of Thrones.
And then the combat is totally Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. But yeah, story so far is pretty, like I said, dark. But it's very enticing, I guess you would say, so far. It definitely keeps me wanting to play more as of right now. I haven't hit that. Like every Final Fantasy game has those parts where like, oh, it's so slow or grinding. Right now I'm 4 levels higher than anything that I'm fighting, which is kind of shit. But yeah, again, what can you do? Because it's not like I went out and grinded. I just fought everything in my way, and then did side quests that I could.
Yep.
So I don't know what else to do. But yeah, for Final Fantasy 7 is going to be my always number one. You're going to have 8, 9, 15, 10, and then this one. So what, that's 6?
As last?
As of out of 10, yeah.
You're ranking this last?
Out of 10? It's not the 6 out of 10. Sixth place, yes. So far, it may move up, but so far, what I've played, the story, like I said, I don't know the whole story, but I do know the story for all the other ones, and they made it like Sephiroth and Cloud. It's numero one, no matter what you fucking do.
The C word will always make me think negatively about that game.
See, that's fair. That's fair. I can't argue that. But yeah, it's 6 out of so far of what I've played. It may move up. That's yet to tell, because the story's potentially there. If they finish it and follow it through, then it'll definitely move up. But Right now, it's 6 out of 10.
It's number 2 for me, sir.
Nah, that's your opinion. That's not mine.
Number 2. I don't know if it'll beat 10. 10 is fucking
10's pretty fucking good.
10 is 10 was perfect.
7 was perfect. 9 was perfect.
I want to go back and play the original 7.
The original 7 was good.
I might end up doing that eventually.
8 was good too. Right after the Final Fantasy 8, it was good. It was really good.
The issue is I just have so many games coming out,
and yet all of them are all different. Every Final Fantasy is different. Exactly. Every one of them.
All right, sir. Let's jump into Diablo 4. Season 1 was announced today. Season of the Malignant. It comes out on July 20th. Yep. Did you hear anything about the new season?
I did. I did definitely hear a lot of it.
So it brings a new quest line, features new faces, new enemies, and new powers.
Yep.
It takes place after the events of the mainline
and
story.
A potential character.
Yes, his name is Cormand, something like that. Mm-hmm. Ex-priest from the Cathedral of Light, who is trying to stop the spread of the Malignant.
Oh, no. I'm talking about a new playable character.
Oh, really?
Yes, there was hints of it earlier. One of the teaser trailers for it.
Mm-hmm.
There was definitely hints, and there was also hints on a mug that had all the symbols for every one
class,
and they had one that's uncounted for of right now.
But why would they do it for a season? I think they would. I figured they would do that for like an expansion.
I think they're gonna tease the shit out of it for season 1, and then it's gonna be in the next. I think they're gonna tease expansion? Yeah, I think they're teasing the shit out of it right now.
It's teased. It's very much
teased. It's definitely there. People definitely took notice.
So the big thing with this season 1, malignant monsters. Any elite monster can spawn as a malignant monster with additional powers. You defeat these monsters by drawing out their corruption and trapping their malignant hearts, which can then be inserted into rings and amulets. There's a new boss monster, new legendary items, unique items, and these are not season exclusive. You can also find these in the Eternal Realm as well. As of right now, there are 2 confirmed expansions that are going to happen, and then 4 seasons per year, 1 every quarter. And you must complete the campaign in order to do said season. I think the biggest thing that we have to talk about here is 1, how excited you are for it. 2, the pricing and the deets with that. So from what I can understand, like I said, this is my first full Diablo game that I played. Right. I dabbled a little bit in 3, but that was a couple years ago, way after the game was fucking done, right?
Right.
So from what I understand, you can play the season for free.
Correct.
You also have a paid, not subscription, but a paid battle pass. Correct. That gives you cosmetics and like pay to win kind of shit. Like get you. So
they do ahead. Have in the Game Pass. They do have certain things that will give you more power. Yes, but that's only in the Game Pass. The stuff that's going to be in the shop is going to be strictly cosmetic.
Are you buying this?
Yes.
The battle
pass. I will look at the battle pass to see if it's worth it, because I like to look before I buy it, because if it's going to just give me a fucking horse at the end of it, we all know the horse is poo. But the fact that I can move all this stuff to my other characters, yeah, I'm probably going to get it. Yeah.
I want to say it was like $10.
Yeah, it's not. It's probably 20. I was thinking $20 if that. Just said
that was the middle tier. I don't know about the high tier.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's $20 for the high tier.
I'm sure. But I did
sounds
see.
Like I need to beat this game now.
Yeah, we'll
I
definitely
won't
have
beat
to
it by
get you
July.
into it.
I won't beat it by the start date. Nah, it's not fucking happening.
Yeah, probably not. We could probably run you through it one weekend. It not even that. Maybe half a day, and we can get you through the whole campaign.
Mm-hmm.
If that, maybe a few hours. If that, we got somebody through it in like 3 hours not too long ago.
God damn.
I mean, it was strictly go, 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 go. No skipping everything, the whole 9 yards. But but I heard the Altar of Lilith are going to switch over. They're going to carry over.
Yep.
Your Renown's
Renown.
going to carry over, but you have to do it before July 20th. You have to get to your main character that has all that Renown and be able and log into him I think day before, and it goes off of that character. So if you log in under your like level 2 character, with nothing on it, it's not going to carry over.
Okay.
So you have to use your main, whatever character you have on Renown, and that's where it's going to take that information from and switch it over to your new character that you're going to build. So my question to you is, what character are you going to go with?
I don't know, man. I was thinking for a second playthrough, maybe as a rogue or a sorcerer.
I think I was going to go
Which is
rogue
very
as
weird for
well.
me. I typically go with the barbarian style playthrough. I just like to beat people's asses.
Right.
But the necromancer has opened my eyes to a new realm of possibilities.
Indeed. I think I'm going to go rogue this next one. I want that high DPS. This is what I want.
I'll give you some high DPS.
No, you can't. But
sad.
I mean, your Necro can. his Bone Spear build. Have you seen that new one out?
No.
That thing pretty much 4 shots Uber Lilith.
God damn.
You build it right, it'll 4-shot Uber Lilith. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. But yeah, Barbarian still fucking poo. So yeah, I want that fucking. I want to walk in, just slaughter everything and leave. That's what I want.
Yeah, I just want to lay my dick on the table and just slap everybody with it.
Yeah, like leave remnants of shit. Just leave remnants of shit that's left, smoke and death and carnage, and just walk out. That's what I want.
Yes, like an action movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Walk away all sexy like.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
But yeah, guys, July 18th is when season 1 will come out. I'm going to beat Final Fantasy 16 first before I go back to Diablo 4. And then, I mean, there's not really anything on the horizon for the next couple of months until, great segue here, Baldur's Gate 3, which comes out for the PC August 3rd and then PS5 on September 6th. The PC version was moved up a month, and then the PS5 version was delayed a week. And that was mainly an attempt to get the game at 60 frames per second, which is their goal. And then PC, they moved up. They said that shit's ready to go pretty much. They don't want to compete with Starfield, essentially, on PC. That's the big thing. There is an Xbox version. No release date, but here's the thing that I did not know about it though. So this kind of opened my eyes up to why maybe some versions don't hit Xbox first, and it's not necessarily a PlayStation exclusive. This is not a PlayStation exclusive by any means. It's just Microsoft, when you go to create a game for their platform, for their console, you have to make that game playable on all of their consoles. So the lesser Series S, you have to make it playable there. So they're only making this playable on PS5. So now they're having to make sure that everything is compatible and runs smoothly on both consoles before they can release it on the Xbox. So that is why, guys. A little fun fact for you.
Didn't Baldur's Gate come out a long time ago?
Oh, it was early access.
Oh, in August, I got you.
It came out 2 years ago, early access, I want to say.
Yeah, that's early. That's really early.
Right? Guys, I think y'all did like one level and then just released it. I think that's all that was.
I think that's all it was. I'm actually really intrigued for this, to be honest with you.
Dude, I wasn't at first. I
After
wasn't at first.
watching the video for it, I was like, okay. Okay.
Yes.
You got my attention.
And the fact that, like, I knew it was Dungeons and Dragons
Yep.
inspired and shit like that, right? I knew that. But I guess for whatever reason, I just didn't think about it very deeply. And they're going to have so much customization options here with your character. You get subclasses, classes. You can
It's gonna be
basically
a
pick.
full-time job.
Exactly. You're going to pick whatever you want to fucking do in this game, and you can fucking do it.
As long as the dice say it.
As long as the dice says it. Exactly. Because your choices or the dice is how like things build off of your decisions and the choices that you make and the dice that you roll. So you may end up changing a character from an NPC may fucking hate you, or you may fucking I don't know, just all kinds of shit can happen, which just means that no playthrough is going to be the same, which is fucking phenomenal to me. I love that aspect of a game where, okay, the replay value is there. I can go back and replay this game again. Yes, the aesthetics are still there, but I'm going through this with a different character, different
outcome will be
circumstances.
different.
The outcome will be
Oh,
different.
potentially be different.
So I am very much intrigued and interested in playing this game now.
I was kind of hoping it'd go to Switch. It really did.
Ooh, I don't think it will ever.
I don't think so either, but it would be definitely like a good one to have on Switch.
Absolutely. Just for those out there that don't know what Baldur's Gate is, it's a story-rich, party-based RPG set in the universe of Dungeons and Dragons, where your choices shape a tale of fellowship and betrayal, survival and sacrifice, and the lure of power. Larian, which is the developers of the game, they're also the creators of Divinity Original Sin 2, which Sir Michael King, who is one of our Patreon supporters, is a beloved fan of that game. So he has got me wanting to play that shit as well. Eventually I will, when it's not $50 but I will get there. You can choose from a wide selection of Dungeons and Dragons races and classes, or you can play as an origin character. Essentially, those are just preset, already made for the game with their own set of like handcrafted backgrounds and shit like that. And you just basically just choose them and you can play the game like that, which I think is neat. I think
if you're just trying to jump in there, I definitely think it's for that. But if you want to be fully immersed, create your own character.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. You adventure, loot, battle, and romance. Bro, ooh. I better be able to fuck
some I'm gonna roll some dice. You want to touch these nips?
Roll up into battle. I'm here to slay bitches. Let's do it. You can do single player. You can do single player, or you can play up to 4 with multiplayer. It is turn-based combat based on the Dungeons and Dragons 5e rule set. Team-based initiative, advantage and disadvantage, and role modifiers. The world and its inhabitants react to your choices and the roll of the dice. So yeah, this game just looks so fucking good to me. The art style, the graphics looked really, really great. That fucking city and those little trailers, I was like, bro, that's fucking hot.
Yeah, it was definitely. I'm glad they took fucking 3 years to do this shit. They took their sweet time and did it right. From so far as what I've watched, and I haven't really read any bad reviews of it so far. So I don't, which gives me good, hindsight for it coming. Shout out.
Yeah, right. So the thing that really just interests me more in this game is the fact that, and I get it, that the games are not similar whatsoever. Actually, it's not even really a game, but the properties are not similar whatsoever. But in like one aspect, and that is Sword Art Online. I love that aspect of where they just create their own characters and they just say, "Hey, you want to fucking play?" And they just all show up and they go take out a dungeon together. That's what I feel like this game is going to be, and I am fucking 100% there for it.
Yeah, me and Dan used to play um it was a Dungeons and Dragons based game, and it was Forever Winter, I think it was called. And we would have almost the same thing, kind of, but it wasn't as immersive as your character building. You had like a tank, a healer, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. But it was still in that realm, but it was free action. There was no dice, anything. It was just the D&D realm. We played that. It was pay to win kind of shit, so we stopped playing that after a while. Because what's the point in that?
Right? But yeah, sir, I'm ready to dive into that shit. 100%. So I gotta beat Diablo before then.
That's fair.
One thing I forgot to mention earlier, I forgot to show off my deluxe edition from Final Fantasy. It comes with this fucking cloth map. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's fucking cool.
Hanging on the wall.
But the creme de la creme, sir.
Oh, the steelbook.
The first steelbook.
Oh, of many.
See if I can fucking get
that's hot.
little Ifrit action up in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got this one. Bruh.
Oh, that one's hot.
It's got the raised edges. And then Ifrit again on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's the back. Oh, yeah. There's the back on that one, too. Yeah. Dope little deluxe edition, not gonna lie. I'm perfectly okay with it.
I still want the statue.
Bro,
that statue is hot.
Speaking of statues, did you see the collector's edition for Baldur's Gate 3?
I did not.
Bruh, I was going to buy it, and it was sold out. It's like $270.
Oh,
let me fucking tell you, that statue was like, dude, that was jerk off worthy. This dude's fucking looking at it right now, dude. That shit was hot.
What is it?
Which, speaking of which, for those out there that are listening to this audio only, you can catch us on YouTube and see our beautiful faces in real time. Or you can go to Spotify and you can have both the pleasures of both worlds, the audio and the video version as well. So vice versa. If you're on YouTube and you want the audio only version of this podcast, go to any of your favorite podcast apps and we're there. So find us.
This thing's fucking sexy as shit.
Right? Dude. I was like, huh, I'm just gonna see if it's available. And it's not. I was like, you fucking bastards.
Hold on.
All right, sir. Weekly recommendation.
Hold on, sir. Hold on.
What?
You can pre-order the collector's edition, sir.
For the US or for the UK?
I don't know yet. It looks like UK.
Yeah, I think it was available for the UK.
Sounds like I'm getting it fucking mailed to me. Anyway, continue.
Weekly recommendation.
Oh God. Well, about that, I'm gonna recommend that anime I was talking about earlier. Can't even think of the name of it now. Now you got me all just flustered.
This dude's aiming that fucking that awesome ass statue.
Ooh, I was, dude. I think it's sexy as shit.
Right.
The High School Prodigies is definitely one I'm gonna recommend. It's worth a watch. It's definitely out the realm of the typical isekais. They're not dead. They just got somehow magically sent to that world. And it's pretty freaking cool how they pretty much take over a country within a few days. So it's definitely worth the watch. It's on Crunchyroll. It's dubbed. It's got 12 episodes. Yeah, like I said, definitely worth the watch.
I'm going to recommend The Death of Superman. It's not a perfect movie by any means, but if you like that type of content, if you like the original comic and whatnot, I think this is a good companion to that. I think it's a pretty damn good movie, and it does hit you in the feels just a little bit, just a little bit, not much.
Right.
And like I said, it's not perfect. I think they could have done that aspect a little bit better with the his death and whatnot. I think they could have handled it a little bit better to make it hit a little harder. But
Shout out.
nonetheless, yeah, shout out. The fight was good, and the carnage and shit like that. Great. I'm all for it. So The Death of Superman. But guys, that is going to be it from us. I don't know if everybody noticed, but I'm still out of the bathroom. This is episode 2 out of the bathroom. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll have the fucking bookshelf up and shit like that. Eventually, I'm getting a neon sign made of the 2 Game Podcast. It's gonna be fucking hot, sir. So once I get the shelf up, then we'll have the pictures and shit like that. My Red Sun Japanese Samurai pictures. Gonna be so cool. Okay. I'm just gonna sit in here and just jerk off all the time.
Okay, I'll watch.
Can I come? Shout out.
Chicken Coke.
But yeah, guys, we appreciate y'all joining us for this episode. We'll catch y'all next week on another one. Later.